Okay. What it is, all you goddamn hypebeasts. It's your boy Sin Supreme, and we are back with a brand new video, brand new live stream. Yeah. It's Monday, 7:33 p.m. If you're paying attention right now, you know the current game I'm playing on live stream is The Last of Us Remake for the PS5, the very first one. And I mainly am doing that because the show has just started on HBO Max, and now we're about 3 episodes in. If you go watch my last live stream, you'll see, how I felt about the show and the game side to side, doing both thus far. If you guys aren't playing the game or you're not watching the show, I would definitely recommend watching the show for sure. If you're not a gamer like that, I understand, but the show itself is really good. Right now, we're in the 3rd episode of the show. My gameplay wise, I'm about 5 hours into the game, and this is not the first time I've played the game, but this is the first time I've played the first game in a while. It's been years. It still is feeling fresh to me. It's not feeling like I just know everything that's gonna happen. Based off where I'm at in the game and based off of where they're at in the show, I'm right now, I'd say at the end of episode 4. Technically is where I would say I'm at. And with that, this 3rd episode, I was 100% super curious how they were gonna go with this episode, because this episode totally veers off from the main game storyline. And what we got was a really deeper look into a character that I got a couple hours with in the game. And the way they did it, I think obviously a lot of people are gonna be like, what the fuck? But at the same time, there's different things that they pull from the game character and they just totally made realistic. You feel like you see this person either online or you've met this person. He ends up, holding up in his town, turns his whole town into a camp for himself. And then he meets homie, and granted, I'm sure it definitely was not what anyone was expecting. You see this love story between him and another man. To see them create this storyline and for it to not matter to the creators of this show and this storyline, making sure that it was a female or not. They didn't worry about that at all because they wanted to leave room for that conversation amongst people, viewers of the show, because now that's something that we talk about. You don't even know much about them before everything happened, but they meet and they fall in love, and the way they made it so that the story progresses, as far as one, you see the progression of time from when the pandemic first starts till I guess everything's in 2023, which is kind of weird. And you see the progression of time within their story. He builds the camp, he finds the dude that he ends up holding down, meets Tess, brings Tess and Joel into their camp. It's such a variation in the storyline, but still maintains the same essence of the storyline. But on top of that, we do get something deeper that we didn't really get from the game, which was depth on a character that when I'm playing the game, I did wonder, who is this dude? It was unfortunate to see how they both went out, how they both had to die. It was also very smart on how he was still able to help Joel, help Ellie, progress the storyline, even though he's clearly been gone for mad long. Still had the note written in so cool how they did that episode. Took that part of the game, which one of the main reasons I was wondering how they were gonna do that was because, one, that part of the game, crazy action filled. So obviously anything action filled in this TV show is gonna be extremely expensive. In my mind, I'm thinking. 2, I do see, as far as storyline shit, and I do wonder how they're gonna progress it, the conversations between Joel and Ellie, can get a bit meh. Maybe because Joel's such a dick very early on and doesn't talk to her about shit. So maybe when they connect more, the conversations they have been having in the show have been funny. It was funny how she told him this nigga stinks and he needs to take a shower. So far, A1, A+ for how they did this episode. I was just wondering how they were going to use my homie from Parks and Rec. What's his name? Let me not disrespect him. Nick Offerman. I was wondering how they were going to use, Nick Offerman's no lightweight. He's been around the block as far as acting wise. How they were going to use him for just one episode, because clearly this character doesn't continue. Nobody really continues. It's just Joel and Ellie that you see for pretty much all the game. Kudos to everybody involved in the creation of that one. It's wow. to think about, but it ended up being one of my favorite episodes for sure. Let's not even waste any more time and get into actual. If you guys haven't played the game and you want to see what the game's like, go watch my past live streams because it goes down in them for sure. I hope you guys enjoyed my little review of the game and the show matching up so far. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe per usual. Let's not even waste any more time and get into actual. There we go.